Always great catching up with my next guest, Terrance McKinney. He's finally got a fight. It's coming up here, UFC 283, January 21st in Brazil. Terrance, how are you, man?
Hey, I'm doing great, man. Pleasure to be on the show as always. You look good. I like your little swag. Your shirt. Is that
Yeah,
Canada?
I gotta let people know I'm Canadian, right? It makes
Yes,
sense for
sir. Yes,
sure.
sir.
We got a lot to get into, like I mentioned. Obviously, your fight and stuff outside the cage. We'll get into all that in a sec, but we got to start first with Paddy Pimblett. The fight on Saturday, UFC 282. A lot of people feeling like Jared Gordon should have got the win. What were your thoughts after that fight? Who do you think won that fight?
I thought Jared won 100%. I think he was landing the cleaner shots. Pretty much backed him up the whole time.
Mhm.
And third round, he cruised a little bit, but it doesn't matter. He had the dub. Won the first two rounds with ease. And then the
Yeah.
third round was dominated by him either. Still the deal. Like I said, 3 rounds to none. Should have easily went to Jared.
And watching at home, I mean, obviously we know that Paddy is, a popular fighter. He gets the co-main event slot, but did it go through your head that they were going to give it to him? Because I didn't feel that way. I felt like it was clear that Gordon had won.
Yeah, exactly. I already tweeted like,
Yeah.
congrats to Jared, way well deserved.
Yeah.
So I was like, and then I saw he lost. What the hell?
Yeah.
No way, ridiculous. I had to go off. I was like, I don't stand for that stuff. It's not cool, man. In politics.
And what did you make of his comments after the fight? Like, he basically said that he, clearly won. Like, obviously you're going to say he won, but I think I think some people maybe expected him to give some credit to Gordon. There wasn't really any of that in the fight.
Yeah, man. But he kind of has to do that, to protect himself. So
Yeah.
can't get
Yeah.
mad about that. But he knows deep down what happened.
Yeah. And last thing on Paddy, again, this isn't the whole interview. We got a lot to get into with you. What did you make of the whole situation with him this week and Ariel Helwani, saying that he wanted to charge for interviews and then telling the story that Ariel was asking him. And obviously Ariel keeping the receipts, which is smart, kind of backing up himself there. What did you make of that whole situation?
Like I said, he took 2 L this week. I love Ariel. He's always giving people the opportunity to get a more limelight. So I have nothing but respect to him. So for him to be acting like Ariel's a bad guy is not cool.
Yeah, I'm with you there. Hey, some new stuff with you. I know you're with new management now, KO reps. You're part of the KO gang. Tell me how that all came together. They, of course, rep Kevin Holland and so many other notable fighters, too.
Yeah, Aljamain Sterling put me on, and then I found out Kevin was in there, and then like me and him just clicked, and then like they're doing a lot more for me. They putting a lot more money in my pocket, so I got nothing for love for KO reps, and I think it was the best move I could make.
And interesting as well, kind of just, small world, so to speak. Matt Frivola's with them too, who I know was also with your previous management, is with you as well. It seems like you guys, even though you fought each other, it seems like you guys are kind of on the same team again.
Yeah. No, I got nothing but love for Nat. He's a cool dude, and I've been rooting for him every fight when he's going out there and perform. Like I hate when people try to say he was a bad fighter. It was just good timing, and it was just a good hit. But
Yeah.
other than that, the dude's a savage. Like as you guys been seeing.
Yeah, and of course, mentioned the matchup off the top. Tough opponent, 18-3 record. What do you know about your opponent? How do you feel like you match up against him?
I kind of like it because he's a decision machine. So that gives me the ability to take risk, and I think we get him out there, knock him out, and walk myself to the KO game with a nice little knockout in Brazil.
Do you like that though? Like, you're going to be going into enemy territory. You know how the Brazilian fans are. Like, does that excite you, knowing you can spoil the party, especially with the way you've been finishing your fights, man? Like, I could just imagine if all goes well, to get that reception after the fight, right?
Yeah, all goes well, Lord willing. Yeah, it's gonna be sick, man. I've been through enemy territories before. I wrestled, so I've been in people's home duel with it when I had to really make it clear I'm the winner, and I'm ready to do it again.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it. Anything different for this camp, or is it all going to be back home in Spokane and training with your usual guys?
I'm gonna train out here in Vegas. I actually train a lot of more places this camp because I had to travel a lot, but mostly just in Spokane. Like I said, he likes to stand and bang, and it's gonna be an exciting fight until it ends. I think I have the range. I know how to keep my distance better, and I know how to fire in the middle. And I think that's where I'm gonna be able to catch him at a shot straight down the middle.
How is it training with Kevin Holland? I saw you guys got a little work in together.
Yeah, I sparred him. People don't understand this dude has length, man. And he actually can grapple and wrestle a lot better than people would think. I dared him to go grapple with him, and they'll find out real quick.
Yeah, there you go. What about in Vegas? Who are you getting to work with over there? As far as obviously, I should mention at the time of recording this, your good buddy Sayukub Karakmov going to be fighting on the card on Saturday. But who else are you getting to work with in Vegas?
I'm probably gonna go to Extreme Couture,
Nice.
or maybe Syndicate.
Yeah, get some working with those guys. A lot of bodies there, right? So I'm sure that's nice to
Yeah.
get that variety, right?
Exactly. No matter what, I'm gonna get good looks the whole time, so I'm excited about that.
Is Aljo out there, or is he back home?
I'm not sure. I'll probably hit him up, see if he's out there. But no matter what, I'm gonna try to work with as many tough guys as I can while I'm out there. Because at the same time, it's getting close. Time to try to start walking around at 170, so it's an easy wake up.
That's good, man. And also, obviously you got the fight this weekend for your buddy, but how long are you staying in Vegas, or are you just staying this week and then going back to Spokane?
I'm just staying this weekend and going back to Spokane. Like everyone said, Saeed Kakramanov versus Saeed Nagomedov. Tune in. This fight is going to be one you're not going to miss. And I think after this fight, winner gets ranked. So you guys expect the war.
Yeah. And Saeed, to his credit, he sold this fight, man. Like, if you watch my interview with him, you've watched the one with John Coe, like, he is definitely doing a great job promoting this thing. So I got to give him credit because, after watching that interview, I'm just even more intrigued by the matchup because it's a great matchup as it is. But to have that extra hype, I think is pretty cool.
Yeah, this one's about to be a banger. But I give the cardio edge to Saeed Kakramanov, my teammate. And that's what's going to make the difference this fight.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. Who's going to be making the trip with you to Brazil? I assume Saeed will be going with you. You guys are like a tag team, right?
Yeah, we're tag team. He's going to be in my corner, Pablo Afonso, and then probably CJ Phillips.
Nice. That's great, man. And I think it's pretty obvious what you're going to try and do. I mean, you don't like getting paid by the hour, but how do you see the fight going down at UFC 283?
No matter what, I don't see it getting out of the first round because I saw the way he loses. Like, if I have to, I'll just take him down and choke him out. I think my length is going to be able to really beat him in all the grappling aspect, and probably it's either I'm knocking him out or rear naked choking him. That's how I see the fight ending.
Yeah. Obviously, you've been making a lot of noise, man, getting a lot of finishes. Where does a win put you, man? Does that get you in the rankings, or are you kind of just taking it fight by fight? What are you thinking of the implications of a win here? Because beating someone in Brazil has got to count for something, right?
Yeah, especially guy. What is he on, like a 15-fight win streak, something like that?
Yeah.
If I get him out of there in the first round, I want to rank the opponent. Because we all know. I know the fans want to see me kill Paddy, but I'm ready to get a ranked fight after this, no matter what. So if that's, I got a couple names in mind. Maybe Tony Ferguson, maybe like Dan Hooker. Either of those guys match up perfectly for me. Honestly, I'll fight anyone top 10. I'll fight anyone. Period. That's just who I am.
Yeah.
So, but no matter what, ranked fight after this, and if Paddy want to get ranked, he can come see me.
If you were to fight Paddy right now, based off what you've seen, how would that fight go?
Just domination.
Yeah.
I think no matter what, he won't be able to take me down. 1, 2, he won't be able to stand with me. And no matter what, I think I'm gonna have the strength, the scramble edge. Like, he might be a good grappler, but he won't be able to scramble with me because of years of wrestling. No matter what, we get him out of there in the first round. But for the fans, I would not wrestle. I'll look to put him out unconscious.
Love it. That's great. How are the holidays looking? Because again, you got this fight coming up. Do you get to enjoy being a dad or anything like that, or how's that all planning out?
Yeah, I already got to enjoy it so much. It's just crazy how fast my son's growing, and like I tell people, it's a different motivation when you have a kid. So I feel bad for these guys. They thought I was a killer before. My cardio's gonna be there, so I don't see how anyone can beat me now that I really pushed myself in the cardio department. That's my only weakness, and I destroyed it.
You have, man. It's great. Is most of your family in Spokane, or are they still back in because you're originally from Chicago, if I'm not mistaken, right?
I got a lot of family all over the states, to be honest. But
Okay.
My close family, my mom and my brothers, they're all out here. So
good. That's awesome. Okay, before we go, most important question in this interview: what's your favorite Christmas movie?
probably Home Alone.
Excellent choice. Now, Home Alone 1 or Home Alone 2, they're both good. Home
the
Alone
first
1,
one,
I will say this, Home Alone 1 was better in the sense that I thought the traps were better, but Home Alone
Yeah.
2, as a kid watching that, imagining being in a hotel with a credit card, that's pretty cool, right?
Yeah, no matter what, I like both of them. I can watch all of them except the third one, I think.
Yeah, no, forget about if it doesn't have Macaulay Culkin in it, I'm not interested. So I'm with you there. That's great. But I tell you what, we got to watch, man. UFC 283. It's going to be an awesome card, January 21st. Terrance, thanks for doing this, especially, you're traveling and all that. Always appreciate the time. If there's anyone you want to thank, any sponsors, any social media, I'll give you the last word.
Shout out to Air Sports Watchers. They've been giving me a lot of good, nice drip for when I'm out there on the media. Shout out to OnlyFans. Shout out to KO Reps. Shout out to Warrior Camp. And most importantly, shout out to God and my teammates, because like I tell people, can't go to war without an army. We're here to take over Warrior Camp.